All right, this is our last episode of the year. You have to listen to this entire episode because we ended it with the PPW winner of the year. The best Patreon name of the year was crowned. This episode at patreon.com/historyhyenas is the only way to be a part of this. But we read out all the names at the end, and it was amazing. And we also talked about ants.
We talked about ant colonies and how crazy they are and how it's another animal that is a matriarch, which is nuts. You're going to enjoy it. This is one of our favorite episodes we've ever done. See me on the road. You can see me in San Francisco, Detroit, and Calgary. Those are 3 places, YannisPappasComedy.com. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. San Francisco, go see Yannis. It doesn't even have any power right now. All the Wemo cars broke down. And I will be New Year's Eve, Count Basie Theater, Red Bank, New Jersey, ChristyComedy.com for Tiki Wikis. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Right?
Yeah, we got to remember the Leroy holidays.
Leroy, happy, just it's all happy.
It's a happy time of year. You want to give us a gift? Patreon.com/historyhyenas for weekly bonus episodes. We'd love to see you over there because that's what Santa wants.
It's what it is now. Comment below. Do you think we picked the wrong name or did we pick the right one? We think we picked the right one.
And in the immortal words of Distefano from the First Reich of Hyenas, Santa's a piece.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of History Hyenas. We are here at the end of the year, and we are queer. Now, buckle up. I'm Chrissy D. Yannis is about to talk, and he has a cold, so he's got that ruffled man voice. So if your balls are full, you're going to want to go relieve yourself and then listen to this episode for the safety of you and your family, because you might splooge.
Jeremy's spoken. Yeah. That just makes you automatically sexier, no?
Because I like your
So you've been getting wet just listening to me?
Yeah, that's why I just let you go on and on and on about a story that you've told before because you have dementia. And I said, because I just was getting a little pyoing from your voice, and you just sound like the kind of woman I want.
Yeah. Because I don't acknowledge this as the end of the year, because I go by Chinese New Year's.
Yes.
So whenever that is,
yeah,
that's what I'm that's the new rear. I go with the new rear.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the new rear, and Chinese New Year, it seems like in 2026 is just going to be the year of Taiwan. They're just going to take it.
They're going to get taken, right?
Yeah, I feel like they're probably going to take it, and I got to be honest with you, when they take it, not much is going to change in my life.
Yeah, I've had enough of islands. I've had enough of hearing about islands.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about Epstein's Island, and I don't want to hear about Taiwan anymore.
Yeah, I don't care at all about anything. I'm just worried about my block in my neighborhood.
That's what I'm worried.
And I just urge people to do the same because you're taking in too much info, hun.
Yeah.
Okay? Who cares? Then let them eat Thailand.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say, baby.
Yeah. As Schultz said, how are they going to tell who's who?
Oh, yeah, that was an original joke. Yeah.
Yeah. They're paranoid over there. If you talk to, not Ronnie Chang.
Bobby Lee?
This is the wrong way. No, not Bobby Lee. It's my friend.
Des Bishop?
Not that Chinese guy. Ali's friend. This is brutal. We're going to have to cut this. Because he's my friend. He's Taiwanese. Ali's friend, kind of deadpan, talks like a black guy.
Oh, Shane Wang.
Shang Wang.
Sorry, Shang Wang. Sorry,
Yeah.
I whited out his name.
Yeah, you whited out his name.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, what do they call it? And when you white
Whitewashing.
I whitewashed it.
Yeah, I whitewashed that. And I'm sorry, Shang. Hopefully you don't hear this. Please.
Shang's a great comic.
He's a great comic and a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine. He's one of the people I really enjoy and I like. And I'm sorry, just haven't had my coffee yet. It has nothing to do with me like forgetting Chinese people. If you think it did, okay, you caught me.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's Taiwanese, and he was telling me that they are like very paranoid of mainland Chinese. Like they live in constant fear.
Taiwanese people.
Yeah, like they hate China and they live in constant fear of China. That must be wild to be this like little island.
Sure.
And just you got one big friend.
Right.
That you're hoping is going to get your back.
Right.
But
they might just take you for the table.
Yeah, but you got this red fucking lion who just invented a drone ship. Have you seen what the Chinese are doing?
No, I haven't seen that.
They invented this. They came out. They beat us to this massive mothership. They call it like a mothership that just sends drones out. Cause we're going to talk about ant colonies.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That looks cute, though.
No, so the drones just shoot out from this mothership. It's like a fucking spider giving birth to all these spiders. It's wild, and these drones just shoot out.
They call it the killer whale, the killer whale.
The killer whale.
Yeah. And so that thing, unfortunately, we are just going towards Terminator, and there's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing we can do about it.
It's really
just make me a cyborg. Let's speed it up. I want to be a cyborg. Put the neural link in.
Yeah,
be half woman, half man. I'm ready.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do anymore other than just as I've been saying it week after week. There's only one person that can save you, and he has two names.
Go to church.
Jesus Christ.
You've been going to church.
I've been going to church, and I've told people in my family, if you're not going to go to church, and get out of my way. That's what it is.
That's what you've been saying.
That's what I've been saying. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, cuz the only person who does come to church with me is my dog, Josephine. She's the only one that will listen.
Right.
That Siberian Husky, that Trans-Siberian Husky, she listens.
Now, we're doing a little segment on this show now called Checking In with Josephine.
Yes.
Where are we at? How's it going? What furniture do you got left?
What we've been doing a good job is keeping her in one room of the house and not letting her explore the territory. She has all of a sudden, though, we have a little bit of a regression. We had 10 days in a row with 0 accidents, and then this morning she shit and pissed in the house. So I don't know what happened there.
Just puppy stuff.
Had a little regress, but that's okay. And things have been good. My daughter, my little one, squeezes her head and will accidentally kill her one day. It's just what it is because she squeezes her head too hard. But kids just want to squeeze puppies' heads.
Yeah.
But she's a cute, cute dog, and she licks her vagina all day.
Yeah, my dog likes to lick his own prick all the time.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just licking her vagina all day, and it's just SLKS.
Not a bad life because you can reach it very easily. Now, here's the situation. If we all could, we would.
We would.
Who wouldn't? If I'm going to jerk it, I'll definitely suck it.
Yeah, I'll suck it, yeah. The thing that I've
Have you tried?
To suck my own piece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't, and I can't do it, so what I do
You're a tough cookie to fold.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't have the flexibility, but I'm working on it. But I do sometimes I like to eat my own glue.
Now, do you think yoga guys just definitely do it?
I can't understand why a guy would be doing yoga other than to suck his own penis.
I mean, look, if you put that on the flyer, I might show up for a few sesh.
Don't tell me if you're a man, it's because you want to be more flexible.
Right.
It's because you want to be able to suck your own pee or lick your own ass.
Right, that's it.
Why would a guy do yoga? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason to do yoga. So guys who do yoga, self-sucking is a real thing. Guys who do yoga who don't want to do that, I don't understand. I mean, this guy's got a missile.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and talk about something to do when you're having a little anxiety.
Yeah.
Instead of putting the thumb in the mouth, just going down there and giving yourself a blow, you would definitely set your nervous
Suck
system
your own
right.
piece, cuz you could stick a thumb in your ass like Josh Hart.
You could do that.
I mean, kid Josh
What is up with that?
He's a funny kid, is what it is.
Yeah, what is up with that?
They're just funny guys.
Those guys, you know what's funny is the black guys now are different from the black guys I think we grew up.
Sure.
Because they engage in a lot of white boy fun.
Sure.
Putting a finger in a friend's butt is definitely a white friend move.
Well, you realize too, being gay it's a worldwide thing, but it's big in America. Being gay is big, huge in America because you don't in China. There's just no out gay people in China. They just don't exist, really.
Is that a fact?
Or they exist in very, very, very small numbers. But here, it's every race there's gay.
We should know that. I mean, does anyone know that? Nick, do you do any research on that?
Yeah.
Are they out and open? And here it is.
Let's see what happens.
Sticks his finger in his butt. There it is. And
yeah.
Listen. Maybe they're going with the Sacred Band of Thieves kind of vibe.
Yeah,
maybe that's why they're such a good team. Maybe they're all banging.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
It's just what it is. Yeah, and they probably mess around like that all the time. And he got mad, Jalen. But I don't think he got mad. I think he got mad in dude, like we're on TV way. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that because here's the thing that you don't want to happen is this a little prank right here. Now you're gonna have people in the comments that get serious and be like, that it's sexual assault.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's just guys having fun. It's just athletes having fun. You should see what they do in the shower.
Yeah. Or maybe they're fucking.
That's fine too.
Maybe we've gotten to that point in society where it's just kind of happening a lot, where that breakdowns kind of happen, like in ancient Greece and Rome.
Yeah.
Maybe the guys coming up now are just like, you look hot, like in the shower.
What do the comments say? I mean, I know people have probably spoken about this. It happened a week ago, but I do like to sometimes see and you got to log in or forget it.
I know what the comments are saying. They're predictable. Yeah. Right down the color line for sure.
Yeah.
White guys are going ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And black guys are going, told ya.
Yeah.
Once you get into the Illuminati, you got to pop that ass cherry.
Yeah, it's
what it is. I mean, every conspiracy theory in the black community leads back to they're going to poke your ass.
They're going to make you put a dress on.
Yeah, they're going to make you put a dress on, or they're going to poke your ass, which if that's the worst thing you do, I mean, not bad.
Not bad. Now,
bad.
here's another thing that I did this weekend that was interesting is my dad did this when I was a kid, and then I did it again. The groceries came.
Put a little money on Jake Paul and lost it all?
I lost it all, yeah. Yeah, and Jake Paul, and it's interesting. I've sent now 2 texts to Jake Paul, and I've gotten no response, so I think I might have pissed him off.
Well, it's wild that you thought he would respond when he was about to get his jaw broken. The guy was busy.
Well, because I said, dude, miss you. This is on Tuesday, December 2nd. I said, dude, miss you. How are you going to fight Anthony Joshua and not get hard in the ring? Do you have a plan for that?
Yeah.
No response. And then I texted him Saturday afternoon. I said, great fight, man. You looked awesome. Seriously, unreal. And also, Anthony Joshua broke my jaw once too, but not with his fist. And then I put the emoji of the guy like that. And then I said, enjoy all your success, babe. And he just didn't respond.
Yeah, well.
So it's just, I think I've pissed him off.
No, I think he's a little busy because he's in the hospital having major surgery and he can't. You know, when you get your jaw broken, it's highly unpleasant.
Have you ever gotten your jaw broken?
No.
Yeah.
I deserved it a few times.
Yeah. I think that's the only way to get me to stop eating black and white cookies.
It's just to break your jaw, right?
I think the only way to get me to stop eating black and white cookies is I have to start eating black and white people.
Yeah.
I think I have to Jeffrey Dahmer it.
Yeah, well, let's make a note for Bay Ridge Boys episode where Chrissy goes on a mission to have his jaw broken so he can stop eating sweets.
Yeah.
Just make a note of that because that's a good episode.
It's a good episode.
That would be very funny.
Yeah.
We just going around going, please break my jaw. So he starts doing things in order to get his jaw broken.
Yeah.
And nobody will break his jaw.
Yeah, and then I'll figure out a way how to maybe put black and white cookies in a smoothie.
Yeah, or in your ass.
Yeah, in my ass, yeah.
Take your ass cheeks and munch them down. Yeah, he's just busy and he's not, when you break your jaw, you got to go on a liquid diet for like 2 weeks or
that sucks.
A month. He can't eat.
And he has grown out his beard now to the point where he is looking like a white muzzy.
He is looking like one of those people who just got radicalized.
Like a Jihad John.
Online, yeah.
Now, my boys were saying at the dinner.
Ooh, you had a wild meal.
Yeah, we had a nice meal. One of my friends brought a gun to.
Let me ask you, in Dave Chappelle's latest special, he talks about FBI lighting at the club.
Yeah.
Was the lighting in the restaurant just a little brighter? Was that dinner under surveillance?
It was under surveillance, and my boys made it a point to say out loud at the table, which was fully open to the rest of the public, to call Dave Chappelle's special by the name Dave Chappelle intended to, which is The Unstoppable.
Last 14.
I said, that's not the name. It's The Unstoppable Dave Chappelle. And they said, no, that's what Netflix said. But they said, if you watch the special, and they said he actually wants to be called The Unstoppable.
Yeah, and they didn't.
So that's what they were saying, because they were saying we respected Dave Chappelle and what his wishes are.
Because that's the name of the special. And what was the name of the restaurant you were at?
I can't say, because I want to get in trouble.
Let's just bleep it, because I want to know how Italian the name sounds.
Yeah, it's called... Yeah.
Yeah, just bleep it. Yeah, so it might have been an establishment where you could let that fly. Well, actually, it's the title of the special. You can't accurately tell someone what you just watched.
That's what they were saying. That's what my boys were saying. They're like, it's not, we are actually being less racist by doing what Dave wants us to say.
Right.
So whatever. But we had a good time. I ate 4 desserts. And it was a real nice time of drinking espresso martinis.
Yeah. Everybody at the table's got good benefits. Including Debo.
FDNY, NYPD. Debo was filming me eat dessert after dessert after dessert.
High chair or no?
No, he didn't have a high chair, but he did. We got baked clams for the table, and Debo ate 19 out of the 20 clams.
I like that.
So we said, what the hell's going on with you?
He wanted to match the amount of clams he ate to the amount of cold beer he drank.
Yeah. No,
Did the kid have 19 beers?
Well, everybody was told they have to drink espresso martini martinis, but don't forget that's a big glass, so that really was big for Debo.
Yeah, it was like one of those spring break joints.
Yeah. Grab 2 hands like
now,
that.
Now, this is just an annual dinner that
This is a yearly dinner, which I invited you to, but you had the shows.
Yeah.
But then you wound up not doing the shows
now,
at
what's
Liberty
it like
Live.
just being the only theater at the table?
Yeah, I mean, I do get called that word a lot. But that's what Debo actually said. He goes, Giannis needs to come next time. He goes, and he needs to put the fucking wig on. That was an exact quote. Yeah. So they want you to put the wig on big and sit at the table. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. Yeah,
why not?
I'll fucking do it.
It was fun. It was fun. I got
kids love Maurice.
Yeah, I got invited to multiple FDNY Christmas parties and kids engagement parties in Bay Ridge, and I got invited to about 6 different parties.
Now, what do they feel like when we do Louder 14? Do they like it, or do they think we're making fun of them? Do they hate it?
I think that they ultimately like it because we say the things that they want to hear.
That's what they really want to hear.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. They're going, how the fuck does he get it so accurate?
Yeah.
I mean, for a kid who does skits, how do they know what they're doing?
Well, what's interesting is, my friends are all, FDNY, NYPD, elevator mechanics, but the topic of the conversation for about 2 hours was Ilhan Omar's Medicaid Somalian fraud. So I said, I didn't realize that is what you guys were really focused on, is about Ilhan Omar and this freaking Medicaid fraud from the Somalis.
Yo, cuz what have your friends been doing for news since Charlie Kirk's Passion? They haven't been able to tune into the American network that my mother-in-law watches big. Yeah.
So they, I don't know, they just talked a lot about Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar's in an interesting situation.
Do you think that she took money and herself and pocketed some money?
I don't know, but as we did cover, I do know that a large percentage of the people that did it happened to be Somali.
Yeah.
They were really running a little thing. I think we're going to...
And she also happens to be Somali.
She happens to also be Somali.
That's what it is.
She also happens to be in a position of power in that particular district.
Yeah.
So I think right now they just raided Tim Walz's office.
It's what it is. Yeah.
So if you're on one side, you're going, this is federal overreach. On another side, and racist and fascist. And then the other side, you're going... finally somebody's doing something about all this fraud that I would guess, I think the Somalis are kind of like the Louis C.K. of Medicaid fraud.
Right.
They're making an example of the Somalis, but I would guarantee you that if you go to state by state, it's probably going to be pretty hefty.
Right.
Because the thing about socialist programs, and I know this from doing social work, is people just take advantage of them because you're dealing with people whose job is to be empathetic.
Right.
You don't want to be discerning. It's seen as cruel if you're asking questions like, so what's your real job? They go like, I'm already a victim and you're asking me questions, so it's like people just hand over the money. I know I did.
Yeah.
I'd get a call and I'd go, how were you affected by 9/11? And they would go, well, I got sad for 10 minutes. And I go, here's some Pathmark food vouchers and let me get your rent paid for.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the guy that questions a victim.
Yeah.
So
Can't
it's
do it.
just built in. It's kind of baked in. It's a flaw. Just like every system has a flaw. Socialism has mostly positives.
Yeah.
Just like capitalism has mostly positives.
Yeah.
But they're baked in flaws.
Now, do you think Somalian people who have pools, do they have a diving board, or does it look too much like a plank?
And if you're Somali, you just say that's catnip.
It's just catnip.
It's catnip because they love piracy.
They love piracy, but so do they have diving boards in the pools, or does it look like a plank and they don't want to go down it?
That is a very good question.
Have you thought about that? Do they raise flags outside their house like it's on a ship mast? What do they do?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why their flag is in his skull with 2 crossbones.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Because I say when I go to the Somali neighborhoods in Minnesota, I said a lot of you guys have 2 legs. I didn't think pirates had 2 legs.
Yeah, and I'm saying, how come all these same guys have different names?
It's just what it is. Now,
why is the same guy everywhere? Because they just happen to look very much alike.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, and I know Yassine is listening to this. He's a friend of mine. Yassine, I got to do my job.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I got a text out of nowhere from Yannis, random yesterday, 11:45 a.m., just going to do my Sunday chores, going to church, trying to get bagels for the kids, trying to get Christmas together. And he goes, out of nowhere, remember, evolution favors energy efficiency. So I said, do you mean that I should convert my house into geothermal energy and change oil? And then he goes, it's what it is. I said, okay, what's going on here? He goes, I've been down a rabbit hole of ant colonies because it's wild and fascinating. You realize survival and evolution is not about working harder. It's about not wasting energy. Peace isn't laziness. It's returning energy to its rightful owner. Working harder can kill you if someone is working smarter or more accurately, more efficiently. And then he said, want your minds blown? Or do you feel like Today.
And
And then he said, we're going to start reading about ant colonies. We're going to do it together. I said, wow. I said, I got to read about ants. And then you sent me an article about ants, and it's absolutely wild to know that all you got to know about ants is that there's a type of ant colony, okay? And the Italians in Bensonhurst and Staten Island who are loyal listeners to the podcast, we really appreciate your love and support. You're going to want to put earmuffs in right now. Because what these ants do is they spray a chemical on the queen ant when they want to take over, and then they make the little ant babies eat their own ma. They eat their own mother.
They eat their mother, something that would never happen in an Italian household.
No, you would never attack your ma.
Yeah, Italians go, whoa, I'm turning this off.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I can't listen to this mattress.
They can't, yeah.
Because ant colonies are wild. There's 14,000 that we know of, different types of ant species, but only about a dozen of them are kind of dangerous to humans and very few deaths.
Right.
The bulldog ant down under in Australia is one that takes a couple of human lives, maybe 3 in the last 10 years, but they can really hurt you. Their bites come with a little fucking ouch. Ants are wild. First of all, Australia, everything can kill you down there.
Everything can kill you.
Even the rocks are alive.
Yeah.
You step on it, it'll fucking kill you. But ants are a wild thing to contemplate because, first of all, there's a quadrillion of them.
Right. And I want to make it very, very clear right now. We're talking about ants. We're not talking about Chinese. You're not doing a
Lab
slur
14.
thing. We're talking about
Right.
little ants.
We're actually talking this is a unique situation on History Hyenas where we're actually talking about the thing we're referencing.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're not-
We're
this is
not
not-
using it as another term.
We're not doing a slur here. This is about ants, the bug, the ants.
Yeah, we're not talking about there's a lot of them. So
Yeah,
we
so
must be
don't
talking
get
about-
it twisted.
Although if you want to use it that way, it technically wouldn't be wrong. I mean, it wouldn't
Right.
be a great analogy.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of them, and a lot of them are underground.
Yeah, but when we're not we're not saying that.
We're not saying
We're
that.
not saying that.
We're talking about actual ants, and plus these ones are red.
Exactly.
So we weren't talking about. They're
Right.
not the color you would. You know what I mean?
Exactly. These are red ants.
Yeah, we're not talking about birds.
Right.
We're not talking about anything that
Yeah.
looks like a banana
Yeah,
in color.
Yeah.
We're talking more about. It's more of a Native American look.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more of a Nick look.
It's what it is.
It's
yes.
more of a red ant. There's
Yes.
red ants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's American ants.
I got you. I
Yeah,
just wanted to make it clear to the audience that
Yeah.
they weren't taking anything out of context. We're talking about ants.
Yeah, we're talking about ants because some of our fans are a little. They're unshackleable.
Sure.
And we want you to know that we've seen on the Patreon what we call walked in ones, and
Yeah.
we don't support the new nickname that you have for Nick. We don't like it.
We don't like that,
We don't
no.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as we know, it is Nick the Stick.
Yes.
Nick the Stick or Theater Kid Nick.
Yes.
Or something like that. We're
Yes.
not going with the one that rhymes that a few of you have made it your favorite. We don't agree with that, and we don't like it.
Yeah.
Lad
Now,
14.
thankfully, Nick can't afford the Patreon.
Yeah.
So that's good, but this
Yeah.
little band, we don't
Yeah.
want that in
Yeah.
our community.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
What
to
it
say
is.
that for legal reasons in case Nick sues us in the future.
Yeah, it's what it is.
We didn't create it. We don't condone it.
It's what it is.
Yeah. So ants, first of all, God, can they make babies? This queen, because, I mean, Puerto
Yeah.
Rico's got nothing on
They got
ants.
nothing on ants.
Ants could make like 1 million babies.
It's what it is.
And they're wild. It's wild because and that's why I was talking about energy efficiency, because they're so amazing, but they just stick to their particular job. They don't waste any energy on anything else. And that's how they survive in harsh conditions, like all life species.
They get really good at one thing.
One thing.
They're not trying to do a million
They're
things.
not trying to do a million things. They don't waste energy. It could be life or death for them. So the soldier ants, a lot of people don't know, the soldier ants, they're fucking lesbians.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't, but they're like celibate lesbians.
Interesting.
They're like lesbians nobody wants to fuck. They're all female. The soldiers are all female. So we located another species that is a fucking matriarchy.
Wow.
So it's right away, you know, it's going to become another favorite animal of ours.
100%.
Yeah, so you got the queen, and then all the soldier ants are chicks.
Yeah. So you're telling me it's matriarchy and they're gay? We're in.
We're in. And these ants, they're female technically, but they got no fucking pussies.
So then
they look like Ken and Barbie dolls.
So then how do they get banged out?
They don't get banged out. They just fucking work for the queen and then they die like
that
slaves.
sucks. I couldn't think of a life not getting banged out.
Because I think it may be the only solution for your piece is to take your fucking, to make you look like a Ken doll.
It's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, that's like being in the pro. They're all in the program on steroids.
Ants are in the program. Yeah. I mean, and up close. You know what? We're going to tell you all about ants at this commercial break right after this from Quince or whatever other bullshit company sponsoring us. Because you might think you have a solid handle on your budget, but you don't. You know what you need? Rocket Money.
Ooh.
Yes, Rocket Money, because your spreadsheet says you should have an extra $1,000 left over each month, but where the hell is it? Rocket Money's going to find it.
I use Rocket Money. So
Me too.
To be honest with you, I just use it. It tells you when subscriptions have gone up. It cancels subscriptions that you didn't know you were still paying for. Let's say you sign up for the free subscription because you wanted to just juice the system, and then they started automatically charging you. Guess what? Rocket Money will remind you and go, oh, cancel this.
Yep. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over 880 schmillion in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features.
Yeah, here's the good part, too. They'll even try to negotiate your bills to be lower. The app automatically scans your bills to find opportunities to save and then goes to work to get you better deals. They'll even talk to customer service so you don't have to. I mean, the investment in Rocket Money is worth it for what you're going to save if you're the type of person who's a little forgetful and needs a little help organizing.
It's what it is. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/hyenas today. That's rocketmoney.com/hyenas.com. rocketmoney.com/hyenas. Cuz, you know me, I just got a Siberian Husky puppy. Her name's Josephine, and you know what's the first thing I did? Got a little pet insurance from the ASPCA.
You need to get, you need to have pet insurance if you have a dog, especially if you got a young dog or an old dog.
Especially if you have a dog in Flushing.
Yeah, if you got a dog in Flushing, you really want to get some life insurance on that thing.
Yeah.
So, but for your health concerns for your pets or family, obviously, you just got to check out ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. They will find you a plan. That's what they do. All you got to do is enroll in ASPA Pet Insurance. Just enroll in a pet health insurance plan, and you could get a $25 Amazon gift card. It's a little treat for you while you're waiting to do something great for your pet.
Listen, cuz it's been around for 20 years, and it's covered over 1 million pets. Okay, that's a lot of pets. Now, here's the thing. Okay, eligibility. It's
a tough one.
Restrictions apply.
Yeah.
So you got to visit aspcapetinsurance.com/Amazon terms for more info. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/hyenas. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/hyenas. Now, you know, with ASPCA, I got to read something verbatim.
Yeah.
Okay? This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independent American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance. Ants, when you look, they are squeaks, but when you do like a really close-up, they are disgusting looking.
They're disgusting looking, and their strength, even the smallest ones, like the carpenter ants, their strength, if, you know, they say pound for pound, Mayweather is like the strongest fighter, even though he's a squeak.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, ants probably could be the strongest living thing on the animal.
Really?
Dude, they're like firefighters in New York. They could carry their body weight plus like 100.
They're big guys.
So these guys would do good in ladder 14.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If you like, they'd be stronger than like chimpanzees and everything.
Yeah, I mean, not even close. Wow. Like if we were their size, we'd be in big trouble.
Big trouble. I think there's a stat, if you put all the ants, or it might just be insects in general, if you put all the insects on a scale and all the humans on a scale, the insects will weigh more than the humans. So that means there's a lot of insects.
There's
ants on the floor right now that we can't even see, right?
Yeah. I mean, have you ever put like a little piece of peanut butter in your butt and let them just walk up there?
100%.
It tickles and it feels nice. Because they think it's a colony and they bury in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you, I don't mind ants. I don't even mind roaches. I don't care. It's mice and rats I don't like.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about the Northeast, and I'm just sorry to all the Austin comics. I'm sorry to LA comics. I'm sorry to whatever your situation is that you're running from home from, if you're from New York. But the Northeast is just kind of the best place to live.
Right.
First of all, just like you see all these weather patterns in other places, they look a little suspicious. They look a little bad. We don't deal with that as much. We're having some milder winters, of course, but we really only have to worry about one thing that can hurt you, and that's ticks. But when you go to like Texas or the Southwest, or you go to California, where you're talking rattlesnakes, you're talking fucking tarantulas, you're talking brown recluses, black widows.
Yeah.
You go to Australia, you go to the desert, you're talking Muslims can hurt you. They're just too many.
危險
Contained
can
here.
hurt, yeah.
It's like you go to South America, they got ants that red fire ants. We just got like these little squeak ants. They don't do nothing.
They don't do
in
anything.
your kitchen to eat crumbs.
That's all they do.
Yeah, the most dangerous thing to us in the Northeast, and that's why the Northeast is the best place to live. The animal that kills the most humans, you know what it is?
Venezuelans?
Ladder 14.
God, sorry.
It's a good guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid took a guess.
Yeah.
You can't blame a guy for taking a stab.
Yeah. And what is it?
It's actually a deer. It's
Deer.
actually deer. Cars hitting deer.
That's
the animal that causes the most death. We don't got to worry. Black bears are try to stay away from humans. We don't have any wolves anymore. No gray wolves. Coyotes generally don't want any static. And so it's number one is deer hitting your car, and number two is ticks. But ticks don't kill you; they just fuck your life up.
They fuck your life up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we don't have any more gray wolves in the Northeast,
We don't
right?
have any gray wolves. We got nothing. When you go to the Southeast, I mean, dude, they got cougars.
Yeah.
One of them killed Joe Rogan's dog.
Really?
Yeah. Mountain lion. They got mountain lion. Mountain lions are huge. They got mountain.
When did that? His dog that he always posts?
No, Marshall's okay.
Yeah.
I think it was
Like a little dog?
predecessor. No, it was a regular sized dog. I mean,
Cougars will just kill it.
Yeah. Well, we have up here. We got the what do you call it? Not the cougars, but we got the my brain's not working. We have a cat up here that can be vicious and kill your dog.
Bobcat?
Bobcat.
Yeah.
We have bobcats up here, but they rarely do. They avoid humans. And the dog could win, especially if there's two dogs. But if you see a mountain lion, I mean, you're going to need like 3-4 dogs.
Dude, I didn't know. I'm still watching this Revolutionary War documentary. That was a big thing when soldiers would desert in certain parts of the Northeast and go through the woods by themselves. They would get eaten by wolves a lot.
Yeah.
They would get killed by wolves.
Yeah, think about it.
Animal deaths was a part of Revolutionary War death. Tom.
Yeah.
You would get eaten by an animal in the middle of the woods.
That's crazy to think about because back then they were just flourishing. Mm-hmm. They were another predator on the planet.
They were everywhere. They would, and when you would go foraging, the British or the Americans, relieve the lines of food. They would have to eat the desperate winters. If there were no deer, they would just eat the wolves.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about all this stuff because there are a couple dangerous species of ant, like the red ants. If they get a hold of you, then they're just going to climb all over you.
It's just what it is, and they usually get people when they're sleeping. Right?
Yeah, they just climb on you. They'll climb on like dying animals or weak animals. They'll just overwhelm them. They really know how to like crash the border.
Yeah.
I mean, they just overwhelm you with numbers.
They overwhelm you. Yeah.
Overwhelm you with numbers.
Yeah.
And the thing about red ants is they bite and they hold on, so you can't even jump in the water. They'll still stay on you.
So once you start to get hit with red ants, you can't get them off you.
No, you gotta really pat them off, or you gotta put dish soap all over you so they slide off.
Really?
But there's another type of ant. I think it's a bullet ant that'll also try to overwhelm you, and you could jump in the water and they'll fall off.
Got it.
But with the red ants, you're just kind of cooked. You just
now. What made you so obsessed with ants? How did you find the ant literature?
Well, yeah, I spend my days. At my nights when my daughter goes to sleep, something will catch my attention, and then I just go down a rabbit hole based on curiosity.
It's just what it is.
So I saw a video about the parasite queen, and I was like, "This is one of the wildest things I've ever seen," and that's what I passed on to you guys. But that took me down the rabbit hole of ants, and we're going to tell you about the parasite queen right now because it's fucking wild. So they're wild to begin with because the males fly, and their only job is to fuck. They get in the air and they're just looking for puss.
It's just what it is.
That's all they do, and then they die.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Because I am Ant-Man.
Yeah. Because you're fucking Ant-Man.
Yeah. Paul Rudd.
Yeah. And so these fucking they're just a weird living thing because the women are born as soldiers, like basically workers with no genitalia. Their whole purpose is to serve and protect the queen.
It's what it
like
is.
Good British people.
So only the queen has a puss?
Only the queen has a fucking puss.
Because if you're saying the ants are flying around, the male ants flying around to have sex, if none of the other ants have pusses, well, what do?
They try to fuck the queen. They're all trying to fuck the queen.
But different queens or the one queen?
No, every reproduction cycle has like hundreds or thousands of queens. Most of them don't make it 1% to 3%, and usually it ends up being one queen survives. The rest of them get eaten by other shit, in the air, the birds are eating them. So, and then the queen, because all the queens take flight, right? So they grow wings to fuck.
Right.
And then the dudes grow wings to meet them in the air, and they fuck in the sky because they joined the Mile High Club.
Because it's like Avatar.
Yeah, they fuck in the sky, did you know that?
I did not know that.
In the sky?
How? I mean, but to the sky, to them, is that like by our shoes, or do they go up way high?
No, I think it's more like, I think it's by your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like a little person, having a party in a shoebox.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It could be a club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the male ants will fly in the sky and they get picked off. Tons of them get picked off, eaten by birds and other shit.
Sure.
And then the queens take to the sky, and two lucky Romeo and Juliets find, and I just love that they fuck while they're flying.
Yeah.
I mean, they just fuck while they're flying, and then the queen falls back to her colony. She chews her wings off because she's like, I don't need those anymore. And then she just gives birth to all these different, this is the thing, all these different larvae and shit, but they're different types of ants. So she'll give birth to some queens. She'll give birth to some what they call drones.
Okay.
Because the males are called drones.
That's what it is.
And then give bunch to like millions or hundreds of thousands of genderless women. But they're women.
So how long is the gestation period?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm no zoologist, but I don't know. I think it's months, and then they have to protect the colony. So they have to protect the colony against other rival ant colonies.
Okay.
And then it's just straight empire building and warfare. And then you got these fucking evolution has these parasite. So these queen ants give birth to a variety of different types of ants.
Okay.
And one of them occasionally is this fucking parasite queen.
Wow.
Now this is like the couch potato, kind of like the troll insect. Lazy, just looking to steal.
Right.
It's kind of like the Somali queen.
It's what it is.
Just looking to board somebody else's ship.
You're right.
And take over.
Right.
So the parasite queen will come in to another colony, right? And ants recognize each other by scent.
Yeah.
They can smell, which is wild because they got tiny little noses.
Yeah.
But everything's by scent. They're like blind. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you could trick them just by smelling like something else.
Yeah.
So what she'll try to do is rub against some of the other ants before they attack her. Usually they'll get killed.
Yeah.
Usually the soldier ants, the worker ants, will identify the threat and beat the shit out of her and eat her up, rip her arms apart.
Yeah.
But occasionally one of these fucking parasite queens will come into the colony, successfully rub against these other fucking ants, get the smell on them, right? And just go undetected through the colony, just like that. Just undetected, go right to the queen and then fucking vomit on her and throw like a spray on her that makes the soldier ants think that their mother is actually the invader and that she is the mother. She's a real gold-digging fucking whore.
Damn.
This is an Instagram thought that'll ruin your fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, have you heard that new song, Hands Off, Gabriella?
No.
Have you heard that song?
No.
Hands Off, Gabriella.
My daughter doesn't have a playlist yet.
She doesn't have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just basically this. Hold on. Yeah, because it's just one of those things where you realize too that even in the human kingdom there are just women like that.
Yeah.
That just want to take your man.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about parallels. When you think about Hitler, for example, Hitler was the perfect parallel. He was the perfect parasite ant. He came in, took over the military.
Be careful the way you talk about Germans.
Ladder 14.
But you see a parallel, right? He came in like a parasite ant, brainwashed everybody, which is sort of like analogous to the hitting everyone with the spray, and then like had everyone working for them because then the soldier ants attack their mother, kill their mother, and start treating the parasite ant queen that killed their mother as their mother, and she just takes over the colony, and then she goes and fucks a dude and just takes over.
Yeah.
Without any of the work. So she didn't build the colony, she didn't defend the colony, she just comes in and takes it over. And I think in human nature, we have people like that.
Yeah.
Who just come in and cheat their way in.
They cheat their way in, or they always want to take what you have. One of them is named Puff Daddy.
That's right.
They always want to take somebody else's girl. So in a way, he was just, he was the what was the
parasite queen?
He was the parasite queen, in a way, because he just wants to get his hands on everybody else's things. Now, ants are also fascinating because they have that strength, and they build. They know how to build, and they know how to use their energy efficiently.
Because they're the Mexicans of insects. They can build you anything, man. Sometimes they will build a bridge in a river to let the queen cross.
So everything is for the queen. They're not doing nothing is. So in other words, they're not self-motivated by furthering themselves. They work for the queen.
Right, and that's what I found so fascinating about them, because you always find as a human you're at the most at peace when you're in service of something specific.
Yes.
When you widen your range, right? Like you're almost like wasting a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But like the thing I thought about ants is like, when you look at the amazing things they get done, it's because they're like singularly focused. I mean, these things are like robots.
They don't worry. They're not doing podcasts and stand up and trying to act and on TikTok.
Right.
They're just serving their queen as I'm serving Jesus.
Yeah, and that's just their singular focus.
Yeah.
So they'll do anything. Like if the queen needs to cross the water bridge, they'll build an ant bridge, and a bunch of them will just sacrifice themselves.
That's what it is.
And the ant queen will just walk across the bodies of other ants.
Yeah.
And a lot of them will perish, but it's all, their whole focus is about propagation, ensuring the survival of the colony, and making us, ensuring that we go forward.
Now, do you think that the queen ant, how long does she live?
She just must have some really sweet puss.
That's what I was thinking.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what I was thinking. I was actually trying to think about getting on Instagram to DM this ant.
I think this ant really it must smell like honeydew.
I mean, it must be unbelievable.
It must be tight.
I would love to ask one of these soldier ants, like, does she have fumare?
Yeah, what's going on?
The answer's got to be no.
I think absolutely no fumara.
I mean, you're making your body a bridge for this girl?
Yeah.
What's up with her?
What? I mean, what kind of pussy?
Will she go with me?
Yeah, I mean, with this fucking, can I call and have a go with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she must have such an unbelievable puss.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine.
Maybe we can get Debo down there and start talking and see what's going on.
It's the only way.
It's the only way is we got to send the squeak in.
Yeah, we got to send the squeak in. That's the only way if you want to infiltrate. That's what's always good to have a squeak on your team.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, we, at some point, maybe this episode or another one, we should FaceTime Debo and just catch up with him.
Yeah. Oh, but you also got another squeak in your pocket.
Steve Ciccone Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah, you got Teeny Stevie.
Teeny Steve will do it, and Teeny Stevie comes with a camera.
He comes with a camera so he can go in there and really infiltrate and know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
And community, yeah.
Yeah, when you sent me that AI nanotechnology, I think it was like a little camera inside someone's esophagus or asshole. I thought that was Steve the Squeak, and I texted him. I said, "You're supposed to be on my show."
Yeah, I mean, they're creating these nanorobots now that can just go into your arteries and like
clear it out. So that's good science. You know what's something I was reading about the other day with AI? It was saying there's a lot of things that science can do right now that they won't do because it could potentially, even if it's a 1% or less chance, they won't do it because it could potentially cause catastrophic, cataclysmic events. For example, science has already gone to the point where they believe they can change the climate. They just can. However, they don't know if they start experimenting with this, what it will actually do. Will it cause irreversible weather patterns that will wipe out and kill millions of people? So science doesn't do it. AI, they have these same risks of, there's over a 1% chance that it can really damage society, but the people are still going forward and doing it. So this is why you have a lot of AI scientists saying, you're not applying our basic rules to this.
Right.
We have so many other things that absolutely they can make another human right now if they wanted to, but they know that it could have potential catastrophic events. But AI, they're just allowing to happen. So it's very interesting as to why.
That's a great point. That's a truth that I think, that's a great point. That is true. They can clone.
They can do all that.
They can do all that stuff, but they wonder about
They also have flying cars. They can do flying cars, but they can't keep it safe right now, and they know that a lot of people would die.
Yeah.
So they won't do it, but they can do it. If Elon Musk said to himself, Elon Musk, I'm just making one flying car. It can happen in an hour.
Well, they would have to figure out what the driving test would be and how intricate it would need to be for women and Chinese people.
That's what it is.
Because they don't want mass accidents happening.
100%. You can't have a woman flying in the car.
Or Indian guys in Canada driving trucks. You just can't
just what
do
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Unfortunately. So they got to figure out what that's going to be.
So that's what it is. But it's interesting with AI because, I mean, everything you're listening to now with the AI is the negatives, but I like to hear some of the positives where, you know, you can get a camera in my ass, you can clean out the plaque, you can clean out a couple of polyps, a couple of warts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get my piece, clean that out.
Yeah.
You can maybe give me a haircut.
You could do a lot of different things, and the only thing that is standing in the way of that is this arms race.
Yeah.
That's why they're moving forward. It's because they don't want the enemies to have it first.
Right, but then
so everyone's in this arms race.
But so then somebody eventually, though, is going to get the power and someone's going to win. And if it's not us, you're just got a big problema on your hands because the chances of, even if we had the power, the chances of humans doing the right thing with it is very low.
Right. Only thing you can hope for is a detente based on mutually assured destruction, similar or akin to nuclear weapons. Everyone, oh, we got it, you got it, let's not fuck around.
Well, the AI, they were saying the AI also has the capacity, if they do truly make it autonomous, it could have this reverse effect where even if they put it out there to help humans, the first thing it could do is disable all the nuclear weapons if it was truly autonomous, and then that would cause more war.
Yeah, which is what they claim alien technology has been doing, is turning on and turning off the nukes.
That's what they say.
Could just be AI. I mean, I don't know.
And I do think, you know, especially those of us that have children, we've said it here on the pod, I mean, I just think our kids should all be either plumbers or little carpenter ants because it's not going to, I don't know, all these jobs are just going to be obsolete in 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, when you have kids, it just kind of breaks your brain.
Yeah.
Because you love something so much, you just want them to be okay.
Yeah.
And you hear all this stuff in the news. That's why I can't really relate to anyone who doesn't have children.
Yeah, and I'm not coming down on anyone who doesn't, but it's like I got not yelled at today, but I got emailed today to go do something, basically co-host a morning New York, like morning show, like a news show, like, oh, look, co-anchors. And I said, I can't do it because the times they want me to do it, it's like, then I can't take my kids to school. And because people are just so embedded in the entertainment industry, they're like, just miss one day. And I'm like, no, I don't want to actually just miss one day so I could just sit on your show. I'd rather just take my kids to school.
Yeah, I got an audition that I was supposed to do this weekend, and it films in Hawaii. So right away, I was like,
I don't do them.
I'm not going to do this.
For me, I've made it clear if it doesn't film in New York, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that.
No, I don't care.
Go to Hawaii for what?
Yeah.
For $750 an episode?
Yeah, no thanks.
On some show that is not going to go. I mean, what are we talking about?
NCIS Hawaii? Let's do it. Yeah, do the audition.
You want to do the audition?
Yeah, let me just do it. Yeah,
let's do the audition.
Yeah, I want you to do the audition.
Let's do the audition.
Yeah, it's just what it is because I'm in a fight with my wife anyway over electrical outlets. She wants the white ones, I want the black ones, so I just might as well do the audition because I'm probably gonna have to move to Hawaii.
Let's find.
You at the end of the day, you just let them win, right? Is that how we survive? Do you just kind of just let them win?
You kind of have to,
because I just don't want to fight about outlets.
Yeah, they kind of.
But it's also the black ones are nicer and it's more newer and chic.
Yeah, there's something in them that they always are at war. We talked about that. I don't know what that is.
Right.
It must be some maternal instinct or something.
Yeah.
Like they're always at war. They want to start wars.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, with repairmen, with neighbors, with whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Housekeepers, people driving too fast past your house. They're like always with their husbands.
Yeah.
Right? It's like we went to this thing last night and it was cold outside. We had to be outside at this event for the kids. And I was putting my child in the
car seat.
In the car. And I go, okay, I mentioned the hat. And she just goes, she didn't have her fucking hat on? And I was like, calm down.
Yeah.
She dropped it.
Yeah.
She dropped it. I'm not the enemy. I'm also her father.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be cold.
Yeah.
Why are you accusing me immediately of letting her be cold?
Right.
Like that's the first instinct that came out of you is that I let her not have her hat on.
Yeah.
And that's all you care about.
Yeah.
Do I matter?
It's just what it is.
I just feel like a fucking worker ant.
You are. A lot of times, if my kids ask me anything, I'm like, just ask your mom.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just ask. I'm like one of the kids. I'm like, you got to ask mom. I don't know if you can have that cookie. I don't know what your dental schedule is.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I don't know. Just ask mom to do it.
Yeah.
So it's called. The scene takes place in a Hawaii police station.
Okay.
And
do I have one of those legs on?
Ortiz.
Oh, cool. You look like him.
Yeah, I'm Detective Ortiz.
Yeah. So you're Detective Ortiz.
Yeah, and I go, I go, find who? Danny Burkett?
Yeah.
Bob Ortiz? DEA Operations Division.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Though we had an agreement, Kyle. Yeah, but doesn't seem to be the case. I was told that case is closed. The killer was found dead.
Whoa. Oh, is this NCIS Hawaii?
I don't fucking know.
I think it is. Yeah. So here, I'm the captain. I'm eating pineapple.
Yeah. Do you want me to send it to you when we do the scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the scene.
Send it to me. Yeah,
we're going to do this.
This is highly illegal what we're doing.
It is, right?
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah,
the
we're
end of
actually
the
not
day.
supposed to be doing this, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Here it goes. Okay, here we go.
Wait, are we going to get sued for this?
No, we're not going to get sued. Okay, so you're Detective Ortiz. All right, I'm Turner.
Yeah.
I should have brought him in. Thought I could press him, get him to give me something. We'll find him.
Find who? Danny Burkett?
Jumped on the first flight available out of Oahu, Bob.
Actually, you're the helicopter. Bob Ortiz, DEA Operation Division.
Is it? You got more?
Yeah. You have room, Agent Turner, and I can speak privately.
All yours.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
This is it.
Thought we had an agreement, Kyle.
To stay out of Ray Burkett's operation.
Then I'll try a different thing. Thought we had an agreement, Kyle. Yeah, but doesn't seem to be the case.
You put Ray on the family plan, Bob? Because I'm not touching this business. I'm investigating his son's murder. And Danny Burkhart is a suspect.
I was told that case is closed. The killer was found dead.
Hell of a deal you and Ray made. He's not only untouchable, but also gets to decide who's guilty and who's not.
It's his son, Kyle. He's satisfied.
Well, I'm not. I've also got 2 other bodies and a dead cop.
Listen to me, you goddamn fucking white trash. Those aren't your cases. Your job was to work the Michael Burnett murder. That's over. Hawaii PD will handle any other possible open investigations, so you can head back to the mainland, bucko.
I'm a little fuzzy from Danny Burkhart hitting me in the head with a pipe. But I'm pretty sure I don't work for the DEA, Bob, which means I get to decide when my case is closed.
You're a good agent, Kyle. And I'm trying to help you. This is coming from way up the food chain. So don't risk your career. You got me? Trying to punch above your weight class. It won't end well.
What makes Ray so valuable? The information he passes on to you or the information he has on
Go
you?
home, Kyle. Go home. Wherever that is.
I gotta go eat a pig.
Yeah. So it's just
That's
shit.
what it is.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
just shit.
what it is. So this podcast is just better than that shit.
It's just better than that shit.
It's just what it
Who
is.
wants to watch that fucking scene? I don't know what they're talking about, but I was bored.
I was bored with it.
Yeah, the only way to make it good is to make fun of it on this podcast.
That's the only way to do it now. Whatever Hawaiian show that is, I gotta think it's Hawaii 5.0, which Bobby Lee has been in.
yeah, he's been on that show.
Now, what are you gonna do if you get it? Are you gonna go to
I
Hawaii?
didn't do the audition.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, don't do it.
I've been saying, oh yeah, I'll get that right to you, and then I don't do it.
Yeah, Tim,
So is it career sabotage, or is it that we just generally don't want to do it?
we genuinely don't.
Or
wanna
are we
do it.
sabotaging? Let's
And
be honest.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Right, you tell me. Remember when Theo Vaughn walked off of a movie set?
Sure.
And everyone in the industry was going, "Holy shit, his career's over." He walked off a movie set,
And then he became Theo Vaughn.
and then
He wasn't as big as he was.
Is his career over?
It's not.
20 years ago, would his career have been over?
Yes.
Yeah, but is his career over now?
No, it's a lot bigger.
It's a lot
I'm
bigger.
opening for him this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So you tell me.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just something that I understand that causes a lot of people a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Who depend on you getting this role. And I don't even know if they depend on you getting this role right now, because how much would I get paid to be fucking Dr. Ortiz?
Does this tell you in the body of the email? Usually they give you some info.
Let's take a peek.
Let's just take a peek. It doesn't
How much
matter.
trouble am I going to get into for this?
Well, the answer is not a lot, because the power, the beauty of the internet is it just comes and goes.
Yeah.
So they'll get mad for a few minutes and nobody cares.
So his name's Bob Ortiz, but this is open ethnicity.
Right.
He works with the DEA Operations Division on one of the islands. So I'm definitely a prime candidate for this. He's been doing the job for many years, and his finger is on the criminal pulse.
It's just what it is.
of the island,
Yeah.
living in the gray and between Law and Order. This is a guest starring role, and
There is no money in the guest starring.
there is no money mentioned. Just shooting dates of February. I mean, are you kidding me? February to June.
in
No,
Hawaii.
In Hawaii. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen because
It's
then
not
you're going to
gonna
have to cancel your Bakersfield, California date
Yeah,
again.
I mean, I got to go to Bakersfield. I mean, what am I going to? Who would do that for a guest starring role that many months in Hawaii?
The thing is, though, there are a lot of people who would do it, but they may not have families. Like your circumstance is different. You got a wife and kids that you want to be a part of their life.
And also other income.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If you didn't have this going on, if you weren't doing stand-up and pods, you probably would have. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, I would take a nail at it, and I wouldn't be a happy camper.
No.
I imagine right now it's not a great time to just be an actor. I would think that it's a tough time for that.
No, because can we pull up that AI actress you sent? I just because she's so. The AI actress that Yannis sent here is this new AI actress that's going to be in a movie, and the creator said, I didn't want to make her look perfect and so beautiful, and this is one of the hottest women I've ever seen, and I go pewing every time I see her. So this isn't it. This is a child drawing, Jesse, and this is the wrong time to get hard. yeah. Yeah, there's Giannis throwing hands.
Let me ask you this question.
No, it's down a little bit, Jess. It was because it was from today. It was from this morning. Yeah.
Have you also ever done like a full production like
There it
that?
is.
That was actually not like a little tedious, having to sit around all day
No,
and do all this stuff. And
No, you always.
the only things I've ever enjoyed is stuff that I did that I actually had fun doing because we could just shoot it right away.
Could you imagine us trying to pitch this idea of a show to the industry? They would have stopped it at the name, History Hyenas.
Oh yeah,
They would have just made us change
they
the
would have
name.
been like, I don't even understand the name.
Yeah.
The acronym's a little weird, and we're like,
Yeah.
that's unintentional.
Yeah.
we didn't think of that.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just like hyenas and we like history.
Yeah, at least we're not making it a promo code like what company makes it a promo code?
One of them. Yeah,
HH?
One of 'em, yeah, someone did /HH. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They didn't think that through.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
yeah. So this is a full.
Yeah, I know.
AI
This
actress.
happens to my Instagram sometimes too. I go to click on it and here it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at her. They said she's not too beautiful but pretty. I disagree.
I disagree as well.
Yeah.
I mean, she's as beautiful can be. And,
I mean, Nick, you would go to town on that, right?
and this
Yeah.
is the woman that created her.
Yeah, who's also pretty.
I mean, it's so funny how women just want to take jobs from women.
Well, you know what's crazy though? Because we look at it and our minds are blown and they think it's, and listen, I know it will get to the point where it's indistinguishable, but my daughter, I was watching this, right, with Jazz, and my daughter didn't know that this was AI. She wasn't, but she looked, my daughter right away at 10 years old was like, oh, that woman, she's AI.
Really?
So she knew it right away. The kids know.
Yeah.
So-
Well, but here's the thing. This just came out.
Right.
Like if you look at Grok's animation from a year ago,
Right.
and now the animation in a year's time, in 12 months, how they have advanced it, this is like the first incarnation of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So,
it's going to get to a point where it's absolutely indistinguishable.
all right. So
This is almost indistinguishable.
Well, I think what this woman had a nice point too. She's the creator of it. She said she thinks it'll be 3 categories. There'll be human actors and actresses that will still exist. There'll be anime, which there is right now, and then there'll be an AI category.
100%.
Like AI categories will win Oscars.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're right, and I think
That's fine though.
that only leads, in my mind, to one potential conclusion is that I think live plays people will get a taste for that.
Guys,
again.
I want to do a one-man show. What do you think?
You want to do a one-man show? What you going to
I
call
want
it?
to do a one-man show with you, so it's 2-man, but we'll call it a one-man
One-man show.
Well, me and you will get in a pony suit together.
How about Chris Distefano versus the Black and White Cookie?
That's what it is.
That could be a good one. Chris
Yeah.
Distefano versus Dessert.
diverse dessert.
Or
but
in the program, Chris Distefano.
in the program, Chris Stefano.
In the program, Chris Distefano.
Yeah, I want to do a one-man show big because I just am looking for ways to stay in Nueva York.
Yeah, or I could do a one-man show called Yannis Pappas. I'm talking, but nobody's listening.
It's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this girl's got beautiful eyebrows, beautiful teeth.
Yeah.
And the thing about AI is they have no fumes.
That's the thing about them. When the robots come out, you know you're going to be able to tailor the fume that you want.
Right.
And I'm going straight to nectarine with a little mix of cantaloupe.
It's just what it is. And some guys like a little fumare and there'll be a button for that.
Yeah, there'll be a button for that. It'll be called over 50 and a little more perverted.
Yeah, it's just
because
what it
there's
is.
something about when you get older where you like a nice little tang. You like a little kick.
What it is.
You like a
Yeah.
little kick. Like, you know how you get, even with your taste buds as you get older, you want a little spice?
Yeah.
because it's been matted down by so many years of your taste buds being assaulted that you need a little extra hot sauce. When you get a little older, you want a little kick.
There was one of our friends at the dinner the other day was telling us about how his neighbor, who's like in his early 60s, had sex with a homeless woman in Philadelphia last weekend. So that's just what it is. So guys just start to do that.
Yeah.
He went down to Philly and he had sex with a homeless woman.
Yeah.
And he paid her, and it was a prostitution thing, but she was a homeless woman living on the streets of Philadelphia, and he banged her out.
Yeah.
And he has no regrets.
No regrets, yeah.
And it's just what it is.
Now, Jesse, do you like a little kick? Nick and Jesse, you guys like a little kick?
It's getting a little more appealing, I got to be honest.
It is, right, as you get older.
Just a little bit, like a little imperfection. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Because you're horned up.
Just like a little, you want a little head, like Fat Joe lean back, where you first take it, you just go, whoa.
Yeah. Nick, what do you like? Do you like a little kick?
I like it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. From now on, he's Nick the Kick.
He's Nick the Kick. Nick likes a little kick.
Nick likes a kick. Nick likes a spicy meatball. By the way, speaking of spicy meatballs, you know what movie I watched this weekend that I haven't seen in so long? The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's so unbelievable in that. And what I've noticed is my kids, without even choosing it, stay focused and watch the movies from the 90s, Ace Ventura, The Mask, these Jim Carrey. They watch them and are paid attention to these movies for so much longer than all the new movies.
Maybe they're the generation after Z, right? Maybe they'll come back to more long form.
They like it.
Maybe they will be the ones who come back to more long form.
My daughter told me that YouTube Shorts gives her a headache because it's too much rapid fire.
I also think AI, with the help of AI, it's going to help these kids that are raised with it. It'll help them kind of understand the world at the speed. Because it's obvious that our nervous systems have not kept up with technological innovation.
No.
So the technology's ahead, but our nervous system hasn't caught up.
Sure.
That could be the generation, like the first generation that starts adapting and catches up. And we could be heading into a very, very, very honest future when it comes to entertainment, friendship, everything like that, because AI can assist you to discern who you're dealing with. You tell AI, like, I have this friend, this is what they're doing, and AI will just go, covert narcissist, blah, 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 da-da-da, da-da-da, childhood wounds, being masked by this, and you go, oh, that's that
But
person.
you got to be careful with the AI, and you have to specifically tell it to not just tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah,
because
that's why
it is a little bit of bias.
Yeah, you can always go, give me the non-politically correct, truthful answer. And there's ways to prompt it.
Don't be biased.
It can tell you things that are like, you're like, ooh, sometimes they cut.
Yeah.
You're like, tell me about me.
Tell me what I don't want to hear.
Yeah,
You tell
and
it
then
sometimes.
it will do that.
Well, and it's reversing now, too, because I went to a party last night, and they specifically told us this in the invitation, that there will be a person that had those yonder bags. You're putting your phones in the bag when you come into the party because of just we want you to socialize.
Yeah.
And you really do when it's not on you. Now, granted, I was with my family, so I had my kids and people near me. I probably would have had a little bit more anxiety if I was like, I don't have a way, if my family has an emergency, they can't get in touch with me, right? But that's really your brain just manipulating you, saying you need the phone. But when I was with them, you're very at peace without it. And I think more people are starting to understand that. I think more people, because it used to be just 5 years ago, that same party would be like, scan this QR code and it's Snapchat filters and all that. And now it's reversed. Now it's get the phone away.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think the phone is going to be an archaic version of what's coming. So
you think it's just going to be implanted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the technology. There's never a rebellion against the technology. I mean, it always just, there's a symbiotic relationship that develops eventually. And we're just the generation that can't handle it.
Right.
Like, it's too strong for us.
Right.
We grew up without it. And then you have the Gen Z who grew up on it, but they're the first generation that's just getting confused by it. And then I think the generation afterwards may be the ones who are able to pull back and kind of deal with it the right way and then take it wherever it's going to be, because the internet's not just going to be on your phone. They're going to fucking implant you with a...
You got to resist it.
We're going to become cyborg, or not resist it. You have to coexist with it.
Right.
It's not going away.
Right.
And it's too convenient, and it helps too much in too many capacities for people to outright reject it.
You have to figure out a way how to filter out the bad.
Healthily filter out the bad and deal with it. Just like on the internet, it's a lot of pros, and then there's some cons. You do have your child trafficking, you do have your all this other stuff, but you also do get your news. You do, we're able to learn so much more, faster,
right.
So it's just one of those things that I think people eventually will adapt to. I do think, if you think about it, I think authenticity will become more of a currency because it'll just be so much harder to pull the wool over anyone's eyes.
Sure.
Because with the assistance of AI and their analysis and the just sheer exposure that people get now, they're going to be able to like locate, to pinpoint like just fraudulent personalities and scams and things a lot easier.
A lot easier.
I think that is without a doubt.
100%, cuz.
Because this was an era where you see like a lot of people learned the ways of marketing firms.
Yeah.
And then now I think the people are backlashing on that, going like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
They're just doing a lot of wait a second.
Yeah, like with the now I used to be like whenever anybody would post something on Instagram and be like, oh, if you want to get this book, comment the word book or whatever. And
right.
Now I look at that and I'm like, I actually unfollow you now for that.
Yeah, and the kids are going to know that. They're going to look at a guy like Jake Paul. They're going to understand that this was like a gaslight.
Right.
Like it was an internet era. Like kid can box. Kid's got one punch. But, he handpicked his opponents to be smaller or older and marketed it a certain way.
So do you think he told Joshua to hold back a little bit?
No. I think he ran. And he grabbed his legs. I think he was fighting a fighter who's been out of the ring for
Joshua broke his jaw.
For 15 months. And he broke his jaw in 2 places.
It's just what it is.
So it was like reality coming down.
Right.
So it was like, it's one of those things, we see it in comedy. I mean, no offense to anyone. I love the internet. I think it's the greatest thing. But, there's just a lot of career features out there who, live, you're like, that's a feature.
Right.
Who's just like, or selling out. You got a lot of these gimmick comedians who are selling out. And that's great. That's all great because they've been consumed in 1-minute bits. But it has nothing to do with the pro ranks.
Right.
Like for live stand-up.
Right.
The comedians know the pro ranks.
Right.
Just like the boxers know the pro ranks.
Right.
So a boxer watches Jake Paul and goes, that's not that impressive.
Right.
He's got a little power in one hand.
Yeah.
But he's drying people out or he's fighting smaller guys or he's doing all the things that a lot of internet personalities do to hide the reality of the situation. Right. And I think the younger generations are just going to be like, look for the catch more and go, nah, that's bullshit.
Right.
Nah, that's bullshit.
There's some real stuff, yeah.
They're gonna be able to figure it out.
Now, cuz, is this a YouTube episode or is this a Patreon? How did you feel?
Question. We will decide.
Well, because we wanted to do, because it's the end of the year, for the lists we're going to do, for this list, we're going to do the PPW list, the actual Super Bowl winner of who is the name of the year. And we actually went all the way back to the beginning from when we started this podcast, when we brought it back, November 5th, 2025.
Yeah.
No, November 5th, 2024. All the way through every week of 2025, and we have the list.
Ooh, that's juicy.
Of all the PPWs.
I'm excited.
So do you want to do it now?
Let's do it now, and then we can either leave it on this episode or copy and
paste.
It's
what it is. So it's either going to be right here now where you heard it on the YouTube, or it's patreon.com/historyhyenas. We don't know. But this is the list. This is kind of a big moment. Now, this is going to be really difficult. This may take some time to sift through because this is every name that I'm about to read was an actual winner.
Yeah.
And then next week's episode is the walked into one list.
You don't want to miss that one.
So that one will 100% be on Patreon.
There's no debate about that.
That has to be only at patreon.com/historyhyenas because it is the names that were so bad that we had to make it, we couldn't even say them publicly.
Yeah, that decision's been made before it even was asked.
That was made by the United States government.
That is made by the legal system.
Okay, so here it is. So here are the names from the every winner from week 1 till now. Here we go. So starting off, the Vatican's daycare would not return me to my mom. Fumariana Grande.
This is going to be impossible.
Well, but we're going to have to just listen.
This is going to be impossible.
So we're going to have to, you're going to have to tell me
shit.
on the list.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do this. I don't know if do we just read them?
Fuck. I didn't even think about how hard you actually mentioned it.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't even think about that.
Looking it over,
Whoa.
So why don't we do this?
I mean, if you're starting with that one.
Yeah, so why don't
What do we do?
Why don't we do this? Why don't we, it only gets to make the list if it gets a collective laugh from the 4 of us. Because let's go back to, as the Stoics said, you never step in the same river twice.
Right.
So we're stepping back in the river, but it's a different river. So under different circumstances, under different guises, it may not hit us as hard as it did when we first read it.
Okay.
So if it still garnishes a laugh from us now, out loud, the 4 of us, it's got to make the list.
Yeah. Now
I get to the finals.
I just want you to say, I'm no scientist. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know 100% for a fact this is going to be as hard as string theory.
Yeah,
that's how hard this is going to be.
Yeah, this is Fibonacci right now.
This is Fibonacci right now. This is going to be nearly impossible.
Okay, so the Vatican's daycare would not return me to my mom. Fumariana Grande, the Virgin Fumari,
I think we can Drexler for Ariana Grande.
Because,
right?
And now listen, the reason why it's on the list is because this was the first time we had heard. People have copied it. Okay.
Right. But just when it goes up against the one before, it's the definite.
So you know that one's out.
Yeah.
Yep. The Virgin Fumari.
We're going to Drexler that.
We know that one's out. Yeah, we can also say we know some are out even though they won.
Yes.
Jewish Tunnel Tour Guide.
That one's got to stick around for a bit.
Got to stick around.
Yeah.
The Diarrhea of Anne Franks and Beats.
We got to keep that around.
Got to just keep it around.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Then we got Squeak Slingshot.
That's so good, though. But I think people are on the fence. We're going to Drexler it?
Drexler, yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, Drexler.
Okay.
That's it. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's peen ladder.
Contender!
That's just what it is.
Contender!
Still in the race. Queefer Sutherland.
We're going to Drexler that because the Patreon members did say that was a copy from someplace.
Got it. But it is very funny.
Yeah, Drexler.
Benjamin Nuttin' on You.
We're going to Drexler it.
Okay. My Big Fat Greek Ass Pussy. So that one has to stay.
It's got to stay.
Get some love. And Nick actually hasn't heard all these because Nick came on later, right?
Yeah.
This one I think is going to stay because it's a classic one. We still talk about it. Greg Louganis.
We're going to keep that around.
Yeah.
If you don't know the swimmer Greg Louganis, he was a gay kid who hit his head on the diving board, but he was a very famous Olympian.
Yes, and I believe did he have HIV?
He did have HIV.
Or Somalians call the diving board the plank.
They called it the plank. And if you were a gay guy in the 80s or 90s, I mean, HIV was just synonymous with being gay. Yeah, it's another way you could refer to a gay guy.
Yeah. Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer.
Tender.
What it is, shitting like a deer.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, I'm dating a 4'11" Latina and fully expect to wake up with my piece cut off, but it's okay.
We're going to Drexler it.
Okay. Uncle Touchy's Puzzle Basement.
Good one. We're going to Drexler it.
Yeah, because I think that one also was from, I believe, the Are You Garbage Patreon. Something, it was also famous.
Oh, I think it was a Peyton Oswald bit.
That's what it was, Peyton Oswald.
Good memory, Yanni.
Then we got Yanni sees tits like a Venn diagram.
We're going to keep that one.
Yep, because his eyes are very close together.
We're going to keep that.
Then we got no DSP, so I decided to cut it off and just have a crease. It's what it is.
Really good.
Gotta go, though, right?
If
it's really good, we got to Drexler it. Unfortunately, if it's not a hell no, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
Gotta go.
That's the rules we have to do. My trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
We're keeping that in. This is hard.
Contender.
I'm telling you, this is trying to do a top 5 basketball players of all time. This is very fucking
very hard, and there will be a lot of people in the comments who disagree with us, but you have to understand the position that we're in.
You have to understand the difficulty, the degree of difficulty.
I live in that awkward space between Yanni's eyes.
We're going to Drexler it because the other one's better.
Okay.
The Venn diagram's better.
Rekindling with my wife after Donnie T sends my gumad back to the DR.
We're going to keep that.
Yeah, it's just what it is because that just feels like a guy's telling the truth.
Yeah, that's just funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's kind of like, he doesn't hate the idea of it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's kind of made peace with it.
Yeah.
He found the solution to his problem.
Yeah, it's just what it is. So we got Rock Hard from Blue Chew. I have to think of my wife's sister to Glue Glue. My dad's a Juju, but my mom is not. Phew, phew.
We got to keep it. I mean, what are you going to do?
Wife thinks I take pole because Yanni makes me witch hazel my hole.
We can Drexler that.
Because the Yanni ones, we do feel that the strongest Yanni one is Yanni sees tits like a Venn diagram.
And that's also very inside baseball with the witch hazel. It's
nice.
Very inside baseball.
Nate Barnazzi.
We got to keep it.
Okay.
We're going to keep it because it's fun when someone actually gets it right.
Yeah. Then we got Akash Singh, better laugh and agree, or Schultz is getting a new H-1B.
I mean, pull out. I'm talking about, I don't want a fucking pull chain cannon. I want a solar-powered, double-barrel fucking catapult.
It's just what it is.
Throw that one over the wall.
Okay, so that one's a big contender. Then we got, make no mistake, if the boys lived in 1940s Germany, Chrissy D would definitely dime out Yanni P to a sharp-dressed goose stepper, FF. I don't think it makes the list. I think it's great, but it's just, this is a different thing.
It's a different thing.
We're talking Hall of Famers. It's obviously excellent.
Yeah.
But
you're not first ballot.
Michael Rockefeller's barbecued penis. That's because he was eaten by cannibals in New Guinea.
Yeah, and we did
the son of Nelson.
People loved it.
Yeah.
We're going to Drexler it.
Okay.
Even though it's very funny.
It's what it is. We have to make tough decisions
This is really tough. This is Sophie's choice.
Yeah. 2 knuckles in, and now my pee turned white.
We're going to Drexler it.
Drexler that. Yeah. Okay. Casa Gaza Resort and Casino Jihadi jackpot dealer.
We're going to Drexler it.
Okay.
That should be on the walked into one list.
Yeah. Might vote Democrat because Donnie T took my landscapers.
We're going to keep that.
Okay.
That's a good reason to switch your allegiance.
Now we got Call Me Pest Control the way I'm bug chasing.
We're going to Drexler.
Yeah, because he's looking to get AIDS instead of call him Pest Control.
What do you think?
Drexler.
I mean, the list is too hard.
Sorry, Debo. That was Debo's personal favorite.
Was it?
Yeah, but sorry about that. Unemployed crisis actor.
That's a good one. We're going to Drexler it. We're going to chicken finger and Drexler it.
Yeah. Two things that make Yanni Pewing: trans women and cute radiator covers.
What do we do?
I think that we have to. It is inside baseball, and it's from the First Reich, and I do appreciate it. And Jesse's dad is the one who makes the radiator covers. Yeah. So, but I don't think it's good enough for this specific list.
You know, and also that can be, when you hear one like that, we're talking about a hardcore, serious fan.
So we want to salute
Someone who remembers when Chris was saying that I love radiators.
Yeah. So I want to make it clear that we support your long-term, belief in the show, and it's a great name, but we're just doing something different here.
Doing something different here.
That's all. I yelled ice on the 7 train because I wanted a seat.
Just gotta keep it. You just gotta keep it. I'm just not comfortable getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's just what it is. I took ayahuasca, but the shaman touched my titicaca. Now my fumes are interdimensional.
We're gonna Drexler it.
Okay. Yanni's eyes having a border crisis. It's what it is.
Really good. We're gonna Drexler.
Venn diagram. Yeah. Romanian cam girl, aka no fumes through Zooms.
We're gonna Drexler it. Good one though.
Hot Wheels in my ass, call it the Lincoln Tunnel. Got a laugh from Nick.
We're going to have to keep that. Okay. Yeah, we got to keep that. He guys put Matchbox cars in his ass. And he calls his ass the fucking Lincoln Tunnel.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth, but not allowed to vote.
It's too good.
It's just a good one. So we're going to keep it around because it's just what it is.
It's just too good.
Why does Akash Singh always fuck up my order at Dunkin' Donuts?
We're going to Drexler
because the other Akash one is better, right?
Out of 14.
On the runway, but the pilot's a DEI hire.
That's an inside one.
Probably walked into one.
It's a walked in one. It's also inside because on the runway is one of our expressions. It means you're close to dying.
Right.
It means you're not going to die because the pilot's a DII. It's very brilliant.
Yeah.
Salute you,
right.
Drexler.
Booty and the whole fist.
That's a good one. We're going to Drexler it. Glenn
Greenwald's bunion removal service.
Personal favorite. The news is kind of come and went.
Yeah.
I'm going to Drexler.
And just so the people know, Glenn Greenwald, what was it? He liked to jerk off to women's feet?
No. He was the journalist that made the video, the gay guy who the video was released where he had a young Brazilian guy and he was licking his feet.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yep. I remember that. Yep. That was when we were still... We didn't have the studio yet.
And he was doing it in a dress.
Yeah. It's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah, and his name publicly was Glenn Greenwald. Privately, it was Yannis Pappas.
That's right.
So then we got, you can lead a horse to water, but you still need a step stool to fuck it.
We got to keep it around.
We got to keep it. Got to laugh from everybody. A muzzy kid who likes money, a.k.a. Lebanese or Scrooge.
Lebanon. So good, but we're going to Drexler.
It's not for this list. Dog, this $5 was going to a Cambodian cam model anyway. Might as well learn something.
Keep it around.
Colombian cam model, sorry.
Yeah.
Andrew Cuomo's tit handshake.
Very funny. We're going to Drexler chicken finger.
Met a lady boy and told her, don't tuck it. I want to lick Thai sweet chili off your chicken McNugget.
You just can't keep it around.
It's just
I just can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Jesse's Mossad handler.
We're going to Drexler that.
Drexler, right. Okay. Yak and Yil cleaned off my grill. Cheap labor from across the border.
We're going to Drexler it.
Okay. Neck brace, a.k.a. Jewish turtleneck.
That is a known thing, so we have to Drexler. It's not an original one.
It is funny. There were no Leroys on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't stop there.
Get out the solar-powered double-barrel catapult.
It's just what it is. That was a big one.
That was a big one.
Hunter Biden's camera lens that adds 10 pounds in a crack pipe.
We're going to Drexler it.
What did the Frisbee do to the oven? Walked into one.
So good.
Yeah, but it
belongs on the walked into one list.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Gluey CK says, don't look away from the spray.
It's really good. We're going to Drexler it just out of respect for his greatness.
Used a rib condom on Helen Keller and her pussy started speaking to me.
We're going to keep that around for a second.
Yeah, that's just because it is funny to think about. It's braille. It's just what it is.
It's just too good.
I'm
shirt. Fucking crying, dude.
So we got shirt and pool, a.k.a. Mexican Ozempic.
So good. We got to keep it.
Got to keep. Okay, there's all right.
I know this is a problem.
It's fine. It's fine. We knew it was going to be hard. Accidentally came in her ass. Now expecting Leroy's.
We're gonna walk.
Got it.
Got to get out of there.
Okay.
I can't believe that one got through the goalie.
I identify as a U.S. citizen. Rodriguez.
Very good. We're gonna chicken finger that.
Okay. Double parked on 3rd Avenue. Got a Muzzy coupon.
That is a classic.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep that around.
Okay. Muzzy
That
coupon
made
is
it
a
into
ticket.
Lexus. That made it into Lexus.
Muzzy coupon is a parking ticket from a parking meter who are mostly Pakistani in our city.
Yeah.
I'm a torta pounder. Call me an ice pick.
Really good. We're gonna Drexler it.
Soaping my ass so Chrissy Troubles can blow bubbles.
We're gonna Drexler it.
Okay. My side piece is Jewish, so I call her my Jumar.
So good. We're gonna Drexler it.
Okay. Call me a lesbian pirate and scissor me timbers.
We're gonna Drexler it.
Okay. Conquistador.
Drexler it. Chicken finger.
Taking Leroyd so I finally have the strength to leave my family.
We are gonna keep that around, and we're gonna get out a catapult for it.
And then we got Don't Walk Josephine Through Flushing Priest.
We're gonna keep that one
Yeah,
around.
it's
It's just what it is.
Okay, so here is let me read out.
Fuck.
We're going to have to do this. I mean, we got about 15 or so of them that's made it to the second round.
God, this is like, moving up. It gets harder and
It's just harder, and we just have to do it. Jewish Tunnel Tour Guide.
Let's chicken finger that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think it's holding up. The Diarrhea of Anne Franks and Beans.
We're going to Drexler that.
Okay. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's queen. I'm sorry. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's peen, lad of 14.
You know what to do with that.
Got to keep it around. Going to the next
I don't even
round.
have to say that one.
My big fat Greek ass pussy.
We're gonna chicken finger that.
Okay, that's out of here.
How are you, Drexler?
Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer.
You know what to do with that.
Okay,
one.
so that one's moved on to the second round.
Yeah.
Yanni sees tits like a Venn diagram.
Really good. What do you think?
Drexler.
Drexler.
Okay. My trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
That one's
has
gotta
to go to the
stay
next
around.
round.
That's gotta
Yep,
go
some
to-
I just know.
Yeah.
Rekindling with my wife after Donnie T sends my Gumar back to the DR.
I think that one's got to stick around
Okay,
as well.
that's fine. Rock hard from a blue chew. I have to think of my wife's sister to glue glue. My dad's a juju, but my mom is not. Few. I mean, you're laughing, right? I feel like it just.
I can't take it.
Okay.
You can't
It
get
has
rid
to-
of it.
Nate Barnazzi.
We're gonna chicken figure that.
Yeah, okay.
Out of for respect for his greatness.
Then we got Akash Singh. Better laugh and agree, or Schultz is getting a new H1B.
We can't get rid of it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we can't get rid
That's fine. So right now on that first row, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 still. Okay. Around then we have I yelled ice on the 7 train because I wanted a seat.
Good one. We're
But
gonna
gotta
Drexler
check-
it.
okay.
You know, keep it. I mean, this list. What do we do?
No, it's really hard.
I think.
What do you think? Drexler.
Yeah, if we're not all in agreement, it just has to.
Yeah.
Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth, but not allowed to vote.
That can't go anywhere.
Okay, so
that
that's
just
gonna
can't go anywhere.
Hot Wheels in my ass. Call it the Lincoln Tunnel,
I hate to do this,
but we have to.
Drexler.
This is hard. We got to just, got to trust our intuition on this one. You can lead a horse to water, but you still need a step stool to fuck it.
I feel bad getting rid of it for that
But
laugh.
if we have to, though,
well, what, I
don't
can't do
know.
it on my own. I don't want to be the only guilty party.
I say Drexler. It's
Drexler, Nick?
really funny, but
Yeah.
it's
I don't-
not- it broad in scope. It's not as broad in scope.
yes. Dog, this $5 was going to a Colombian cam model anyway. Might as well learn something.
I'm not comfortable getting rid of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's what it is. Met a lady boy and told her, don't tuck it. I want to lick Thai sweet chili off your chicken McNugget. So that's got to stay.
I thought it was chicken meat.
He said chicken McNugget.
Oh,
There were no Leroy's on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't
don't even
stop there,
finish
so that
saying
one's
it.
in there.
Yeah, don't even finish saying it.
Used a rib condom on Helen Keller, and her pussy started speaking to me.
I hate to do it.
You got to get rid of it.
Yeah, we got chicken finger. We got it. Yeah.
Shirt and pool, a.k.a. Mexican Ozempic.
There's no way we're getting rid of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got taking Leroy, so I finally have the strength to leave my family.
There's no way we can get rid of that.
Okay. And then don't walk Josephine through Flushing Priest.
I think we're going to chicken figure that because it's a borderline walked into one.
Okay. That's fine.
We have to.
We have to.
Oh, God.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the next round. We're in the semifinals now.
Because I feel like I'm playing chess against Magnus Carlsen.
This is very, very difficult. We're not saying this is easy, and we thank the fans for sticking around. And, this is hard for us, too. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's peen ladder 14.
It's making it to the next round.
It's still around. Okay. Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer.
You were keeping that to the next round.
Okay.
These are the heavyweights.
My trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
These are the heavyweights.
Okay. Rekindling with my wife after Donnie T sends my Gumar back to the DR. We have to get rid of it. Yeah, if it's not initially bang, we gotta go.
This hurts.
It hurts, but it's out.
It's feel like choosing between your kids.
It's bad. Rock hard from Blue Chew. I have to think of my wife's sister to Glue Glue. My dad's a Juju, but my mom is not. Phew.
It's gonna keep it around.
All right.
It's the funniest one.
Akash Singh better laugh and agree, or Schultz is getting a new H-1B.
He's a friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours. We're not going to have this up in lights anymore. I think we got to just get. He's also since it's come out. He's been through enough.
He's been through enough.
Akash,
Kid.
Yeah,
Kid's
been through enough. Yeah. As a matter of fact, now that I'm rereading it, I think his wife might be on the Patriot. Might be her. So I just don't want to do it to the kid anymore.
It's what it is.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
What it is. So, Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth, but not allowed to vote.
There's no way that's going anywhere.
Okay, so that is okay. Dog, this $5 was going to a Colombian cam model anyway. Might as well learn something.
Hate to do it, Drex.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make it. Met a lady boy and told her, don't tuck it. I want to lick Thai sweet chili or for chicken McNugget.
I would have preferred chicken meat.
So then it's got to go.
I am going to Drexler it.
It's got to go. There were no Leroy's on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't stop there.
What are we there's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Have to keep it. Okay. Shirt and Pool, a.k.a. Mexican Ozempic. I think it's got to go.
It's got to go.
Right?
Yeah.
In
comparison.
In comparison. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Taking Leroy, so I finally have the strength to leave my family.
That can't go anywhere.
Okay.
That can't go anywhere.
Okay. So,
I mean, I know these are borderline walked-in ones, but they're too good.
So now we have still on the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 left. We're down to 7.
Yeah. Now, I want you listening at home to understand. I want you to try to figure this out, okay? I'm telling you,
right?
This is like figuring out actually what fucking dark matter is.
I know.
There's no way to do this. We're at the point now where this is impossible.
To the point, do you think that we have to call in someone and ask for help?
We may have to, dude.
Who do we call? Who do we phone a friend?
Who should we phone?
Who do you think? Who do we think? Who
would pick up? Tim? Would he pick up?
Tim or Debo?
Let's go Debo. Let's go Debo.
I think.
Call him on the Fisher Price phone.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, let me see Debo.
Call Debo.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not having this hang on my head.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
It's great because we know he's home.
Yeah. Or he could be loading up bags.
He could be getting ready to take flight. He's actual pilot.
Hello.
Cuz.
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you in the plane right now?
Yeah, I'm in the plane.
All right, listen, cuz you're on History Hyenas.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, Yanni's here, Jesse's here, Nick's here.
Volume.
Okay, got it. Can you hear it now?
I can hear.
Yeah,
you can hear? Okay, Debo, we got a situation. We're doing the PPW, the pseudo penis of the week list. We've gotten this thing down to 7 names, and we really need your help to help us pick who the winner is.
Oh boy.
This is for the year, okay?
It's for the year.
Now,
it's for the year.
I know you like to call me pest control the way I'm bug chasing, but
that's a good one. But I'll be doing that.
But that right, you do that. But that one's out. That one's out of we couldn't. That one didn't make it. Right? Okay. So because this is just too hard. Right? All right.
Okay.
So here's the names. I'm going to read out all 7, and then you got to tell me which one you like the best. Okay?
All
right. Barack is a queen because he sucks on big Barack is a queen.
Jesus, can you read?
Yeah.
I know. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's peen ladder 14. Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer.
That's a good one.
My trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
Oh.
Okay. Rock hard from Blue Chew. I have to think of my wife's sister to Glue Glue. My dad's a Juju, but my mom is not. Phew. Okay.
That's a lot going on there.
Then we got Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth, but not allowed to vote. Then we got there were no Leroy's on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't stop there.
Oh, I've seen those.
And then we got taken Leroy's, so I finally have the strength to leave my family.
Oh man, they're all good. I like the deer shitting one.
Deer shitting one, you think you like that over my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius?
That's a good one too. And you know what? Yeah, that is better. That one's better.
So you think out of all those, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ginzo. I'm gonna go Italian.
You like the Italian one, but you do think in second place is the deer frozen grapes in the ass.
Yeah, that's a good. That's because something Worm would have. Go
Right, Worm. I know he probably had frozen. By the way, I told him that we went out to dinner and one of our friends had a gun.
Who? Oh boy, yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because he was the guy who least supposed to have a gun.
Least supposed to have a gun. Yeah. All right, cuz. What are you doing? You at the airport today?
Yeah, cause just chilling in cockpits.
How are things?
Bouncing around.
How are things looking out there on the runway?
Cold, real
Cold, right? All right, cuz.
Safe to fly though, no?
Safe to fly?
Definitely safe to fly. I got everything under control.
That's what it is. Kid'll fly your plane right into Middle Village, cuz.
There you go, right into the jukebox, kid.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome, man. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Debo.
Yeah, and a Happy Hanukkah.
Squeak. You guys celebrate what's it? The George Costanza holiday?
Oh,
Festivus?
Festivus, yeah, Squeaktivus.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy Squeaktivus too.
All right. Later, bro.
Later.
Doesn't he have to go because he's got to get to Macy's and get his outfit on?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Let's do. I wasn't confident in that. We're gonna get a couple of opinions.
Okay.
We'll call Sergio.
But he does like Mount Vesuvius, and the deer grape one is interesting.
That is good. But I mean, we're overlooking Leroy, and we're overlooking Carnival Cruise.
I also did skip double.
What's up? Who's this?
This is Yannis. You're on History Hyenas. We need your assistance.
What's up, Yannis? How you doing? Sergio's not available. He's taking a ship. I can help you. This is his girlfriend, Tita.
Yo, how you doing, Tita? Here's the problem.
Tita Jerry.
Your voice is so recognizable, there's really not much you can do to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got it twisted, Papi. I'm smoking, so that's why it's a little hoarse right now. But what's up? I can help you.
Yo.
Yeah, the problem is your accent.
Don't get it twisted, all right? I'm not a man. I don't got a man's voice, so don't ever get it twisted.
Yeah, the thing with you is your accent is not just New York. You have an accent that's specific to Avenue B.
Yeah.
It's like one block.
and it's specific. And no matter what, you always have a little bit of a list because your front tooth comes up a little too far.
It does.
The overbite and the upper lip is just a bit too short.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah, you're.
I tell people all the time, my mouth and the teeth and lip is an indication that life is just not fair.
Yeah.
This is what it is. And I wear it right on my face.
It's just, okay, one of your tooth is just like a dog door. To let the dogs outside, it just flaps up once in a while. What can you do?
Yo, when I first met my wife's father, he said in Spanish to Liz, he nudged her with his elbow, and he said, Sergio's mouth looks like two dogs fighting.
Yo.
Yeah, in Spanish, and I don't speak the language, right? So I knew something was up because everyone was laughing. I was just sitting there with a stupid closed mouth smile.
Yeah, like a dick with a little beanie hat on.
Yo, like a dick.
All right, so here we go.
So we need help picking this is the PPW, the best Patreon name of the year. We've narrowed it down to about 6 or 7. So listen to
a new name for the Patreon.
Yes,
separate from the podcast. You got History Hyenas, but you're naming the Patreon. Got it.
We're naming the best name for Patreon members. You know, we do the game where we pick the funniest names. So we've narrowed it down to 6 names for the year. So these are the all-time Hall of Famers, and it's just too hard for us, so we had to call a couple of friends. Here they are.
Okay.
Are you ready? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Barack is a queen because he sucks on Big Mike's peen, ladder 14. Then we got frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer. Then we got... All right. Then we got my trans.
Man, I'm not going to lie. You know I got the itchy asshole, man. A frozen grape might do the job.
It might, yeah. Then we got my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius. Okay, so that's a good one. Then we got...
Surprise is hilarious.
Then we got Rock Hard from Blue Chew. I have to think of my wife's sister to Glue Glue. My dad's a Juju, but my mom is not. Few.
Yo, these are funny. Yeah.
Okay, but that one's okay. Then we got Muzzy Woman forced to dress as a voting booth but not allowed to vote. Then we got there were no Leroys on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't stop there. Then we got
those are all really good, and half of them are highly racist.
Yes, and then this is the last one. Taking Leroy's, so I finally have the strength to leave my family.
Oh, man.
What do you like so far?
What
What
do you
stuck
like?
out?
I think I like the Muslim one. I
The-
like the Muslim
the
one.
voting booth.
Yeah, the voting booth one is fun. I also think that women should be dressed in three-fourths of cloth because they're very distracting, and I'm trying to do work.
Yeah,
for you.
because he's converting to Muslim. He
converting.
reads the
That's a good one.
Quran and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? Do you think out of all of them, though, what do you think got the biggest laugh from you? What's
Oh shit, man! There was another one before that. I'm sorry, my memory is shot. I've been hit in the head too many times. So wait, I like the voting booth one.
did you laugh? You laughed at the frozen grapes in the ass.
Frozen grapes.
Yeah, and I would say frozen grapes in the ass made me laugh. And
That's-
I'm also gonna try it.
Yes. So this is because we called Debo,
liked
and he
that one.
also liked frozen grapes in the ass.
Okay, we're getting closer. Sergio, thank you. Love you, brother.
The fact that you called Debo before me is obscene, but whatever. I mean, it's not like the guy has a job, right? He still lives in the basement.
No,
Whatever.
no. He's a pilot at JetBlue for sure.
Yeah.
No,
I
for
love
sure.
y'all, man.
I wasn't sure if you're going to pick up the phone if you were busy on a 3-mile run with the camera too close to your face.
Well, Poppy sees it between my teeth.
Yeah.
We love you, brother.
Love
Merry
you, man.
Christmas.
Later, bro.
All right, man. Peace, fellas.
Peace. See, he won't say I love you back. Guys like that can't. It's too gay for them.
Too gay, yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's very illuminating that two outsiders have said frozen grapes in my ass
So
and walk around
creative.
shitting like a deer. It also got the biggest laugh from Yannis,
Yeah.
right? I personally think if it was me, I would have my trans cock has surprised more towns than Mount Vesuvius. To me, it's between just those two. It's
good
the deer and the
call.
Mount Vesuvius. But I don't know.
Good call.
I mean, because this is hard. I just think you can't discount two random people who don't know what the other one said. Both picked deer.
You can't. I think that's a good call. I think we're down to Mount Vesuvius in this.
I
think
don't
so,
think
right?
the other one, right? I mean, what else? Because Mount Vesuvius, the thing is, frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer, has made two people outside of this podcast say that's the one. We've all thought it was the one. But then on the other hand, my trans cock has surprised more towns than Mount Vesuvius is one of the names that actually changed the way I think and live. Because it was so funny and I couldn't believe because it combined history, it combines trans, and he's gay, and it was just made me feel like this embodies our show.
Right. Wow.
That's
we got a
what it is.
real problem here. And here's the deal. The winner is getting a free t-shirt.
It's what it is.
You are getting a free
So
t-shirt.
I think the only thing left to do now that it's down to two is we have to call our wives.
We got to call our wives.
So I'll go first. I'll see if Jasmine will pick up the phone.
Yeah.
She may not, but I will see. And then if not, I'm going to call my mother.
That's just all we can do. I mean, if you call your mom, that is gold, but I don't recommend you do it.
Okay. Let's see. And then you're going to have to call your wife.
Because if you called your mom, it might be the funniest thing that ever happened in my life, but it's the worst thing you could probably do for your life.
Jazz?
Huh?
Hey, listen, you're on History Hyenas right now, so it's going to take 30 seconds. Hello? Hello?
What?
Okay, you're on 30 seconds, okay? Just we're at the Patreon name of the year and we've
Told you, I'm not going to be on the podcast anymore unless you pay me.
okay, I'm going to pay you. Yeah, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to buy you those new chancletas you want. So here we go. It's down to these two.
Leave her in here. Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is that Josephine?
Yes.
Okay. One of the names that didn't make it that we cut out. The name was "Don't Walk Josephine Through Flushing, Please." Do you get it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So here we go. These are the two names. And we just need your opinion. You don't have to like them. You just have to, what do you think should be the winner? Because we just have to both. It got down to the point where we both have to call our wives. Giannis is going to call Brittany after this, and we just need to get
Baby,
into.
can you hurry? I'm putting bread baskets together.
Yes. So we got frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer, or my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
That's a tough one.
I'll say him again. Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer, or my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
Why do they both have to be so gay?
Because unfortunately you have two gay men who host the podcast.
Yeah, and maybe should we read a couple alts just in case he prefers one of those?
Okay, so those are the two that are in contention. Just a couple of alts that are just a little bit, not as gay.
I seriously cannot see Brittany entertaining this.
Okay.
It's probable that's true.
Well, we have a couple of alts, just so you know. There were no Leroys on Epstein's list because Carnival Cruise didn't stop there. Okay. Or
Daddy's at work.
Or, yes, girls, daddy's at work. Or Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth but not allowed to vote.
I kind of like the last one.
Muzzy woman forced to dress as a voting booth but not allowed to vote?
Yeah, because it's a really good one.
Yeah, I like that one, and I like the deer shitting everywhere.
Oh,
deer shitting. You're the third person now. Debo said deer shitting and Sergio.
Oh, Debo picked it? No, forget it.
Oh. Okay. All right. Thanks. I know you got to get back to what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for wasting a minute of my life.
Well, I'm here. I'm making the donuts. I'm supporting us, babe. This is what I do. All right.
This is the wrong audience.
All right. I love you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Bye.
I
think you just got to call your wife.
Sometimes you got to tell the girls daddy's at work.
Yeah, daddy's at work. I gotta call your wife and then,
Let's just going to see what she has to say. Sometimes you got to let the kids know daddy's at work, and daddy and mom, you're having a work conversation. This is just what we do for a living.
Hello?
Hi, babe. You're on History Hyenas. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Panic.
Don't panic. We need help. We're calling a bunch of people, and we're trying to figure out the PPW of the year, which is the funniest Patreon name. We have it down to a few, and we need your help for you to let us know which ones you think are the funniest.
Oh, God.
Okay. Hey, Brittany.
That's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
This is like Call a Friend on To Be a Millionaire.
Yeah. So, Brittany,
except this is to be a fucking retard.
Yeah. So, Brittany, here are the last two names. Between these two, we just need your honest opinions. Take 30 seconds. I know you got
two?
Yeah, we're down to two.
Okay. So we got it is between frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer, or my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius.
Oh, my God. The first one made me laugh.
The deer made you laugh.
That's what it is.
Yes, because
Holy shit.
and is there a slight kind of bias you may have because the second one, my trans cock has surprised more Italians than Mount Vesuvius, could be your husband?
It crossed my mind.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Brittany, now she's the fourth person.
Yeah.
Now.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you, Brittany.
Love you.
Great to hear
Kiss
from
the
you.
kids in the head.
Okay.
Wow. So it's it's unanimous at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
the winner, I think that it's safe to say now, the PPW, the winner of the year, you need to message us, get us your address. You will get a T-shirt. This is a guarantee. Congratulations to whomever you are, wherever you're from. We will mail you a shirt as long as you live in the continental United States. Frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer. You are the winner. The PPW of the year.
I'm not even joking. I got chills just now down my back because listen to this. This is the winner of thousands of entries. Many beasts.
Yes.
You are the king of kings.
King of kings.
You are, shall I say, the queen ant.
Yes.
You fucking are top of the food chain. I think that's a bigger feat than my entire career.
Yeah.
He went up against thousands of fucking names of the year and won. And it was multiple people's opinions.
Yeah.
You go down as legend now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, if you're working at Sheetz. I don't know where you are.
Yeah.
You're stocking shelves. Maybe you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a pimp. Maybe you're a sex trafficker. Whatever it is, you also can add this achievement to your curriculum vitae.
I don't know if you're a man, if you're a woman, I don't know. I know that, and I know that you probably already, if you look out your window, there's probably someone standing outside your window right now with a sign that says you are the PPW, and that person is O's Perlman, and it's because he mirrored our phones. So that's how we do it. So yeah, I know. Yeah. So I'm just kidding, but congratulations to you. Congratulations to the PPW. It really is. You have to think about the odds that you overcome to win this award.
Crazy.
It really is. Believe in yourself. For the kids out there listening to the podcast, you can do anything, because this person is probably just a regular. They probably work in an auto body shop. They listen while they're doing other things. Maybe they work for Amazon. They're driving a UPS truck. You don't know. Maybe they're a school teacher showing the history stuff to their kids. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they live, but they are no longer anonymous.
That's right.
Because now, proudly, frozen grapes in my ass, then walk around shitting like a deer. You've changed the course of your own life, and we salute you. You are the PPW of the year of 2025, the year of Jesus Christ.
Anything is possible if you dare to dream big enough.
Yes.
If you're willing to let grapes freeze and stuff them in your ass to shit them back out.
Yes.
You can be a king.
You could be a king, and you will get a T-shirt on us. We'll sign it if you would like. Please just message us, a message to Patreon, and we will get that shirt out to you. So congratulations and
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.